Hit and run crashes in just the past few days right here in Southwest Florida. It only adds to the increase in these crashes across the state. One crash happened in Hendry County and then another in Collier County. And the Marco Island Police Department is now trying to find out who the driver is who took off from another crash at Bald Eagle Drive and North Barfield Drive. So this takes us to Fox 4's Elise Chingari, who's been looking into why these numbers are going up and what law enforcement is trying to do about it tonight. Elise?
And Shari, there was another crash that happened right here in Florida last night here in Fort Myers. We know that a vehicle hit a pedestrian. It was fatal. However, that driver of the van stayed here on scene and cooperated with police. And that's what law enforcement is asking you to do if you are involved in a crash. They say that the number of hit and runs is a cause for concern. The punishment you face for leaving the scene is even more severe. Leaving the scene with injuries is a third-degree felony, and if convicted, license revoked for at least 3 years and sentenced to 5 years in prison. And a driver who leaves the scene of a crash with a fatality, well, could be sentenced to up to 30 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. I spoke with Lieutenant Greg Bueno with the Florida Highway Patrol. Here's what he had to say.
We have over 100,000 hit and runs each year in the state of Florida. That's crazy. And, unfortunately, last year, 304 of those involved a death of a human being. 70% of the time, it's a bicyclist or a pedestrian that they leave, either severely injured or deceased on the side of the road.
We also need to remember, these are human lives. This video you were looking at right now is at the impound lot at Florida Highway Patrol on Daniels Parkway. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll have more details about this to remind our viewers tonight that each of the cars you see here involves a crash with a death. Also coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll talk about how it's even harder to find the people involved in these crashes after 48 hours, but we will also focus on what law enforcement does so that they can get to tips and help solve these cases. Live in Lee County, Elise Chingari, Fox 4.
Elise.